The rematch is today, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Obviously, there is no suspension for Tip Hayes, and to be honest, I just hope, if nothing else, the WNBA puts a stop to the whole weird online relationship between players and fans, because something's going to happen. And when it came down to this as well, I do want to say before anything, for the people absolutely overreacting, thinking Caitlin's not safe in Golden State, there's probably nowhere where the security is better than in Golden State, and Caitlin has her own security. Like, my whole issue with the whole thing is the precedent that it set, and realistically, Caitlin is as safe as it possibly can get being on the floor. The problem is that if this whole situation happens to a player that doesn't have the security around her, like Caitlin Clark, that joking about, even joking about violence is not a good thing and shouldn't be allowed. That being said, we got to see Caitlin Clark versus Tip Hayes again. We got to see Caitlin Clark versus Tip Hayes on both ends, by the way, because Tip Hayes, you better believe, Tip Hayes is a player. I'm not going to play the audio, but this is from a TikTok from Spectaclair. But Tip Hayes is someone who has cooked Caitlin a couple of times. Like, Caitlin's going to have to take the Tip Hayes matchup, which is not an easy matchup for her, by the way. This is not an easy matchup. And this is one of those teams where it's like, unless Kyla Charles is on the floor, Caitlin's does not have an easy matchup. She does not have a particularly easy matchup, but she went at Tiffany Hayes. Like, you can see in this game that Caitlin's going to be up for this game in Valhalla, and this is going to be a crowd that is not for the Fever. This is going to be a crowd that is absolutely not for the Fever at all. They're not going to be for Caitlin. Caitlin might get booed every time she touches the ball. Like, this is as hostile an environment as it gets. And now we've got Caitlin Clark facing off against who is now realistically, the new freaking Kennedy Carter. Like, if we don't remember, like, I remember with Caitlin Clark when she was facing the whole Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese stuff as a rookie. The bigger deal was Caitlin Clark versus Kennedy Carter. Like, when Angel Reese showed up with her Joker shoes, trying to pretend, saying I'm the villain, I'll be the villain. It was Kennedy Carter that people were interested in seeing what happened with. Like, everybody wanted to see what happened between what was happening between Kennedy Carter and Caitlin Clark. For me, that was one of those things where I was like, this is what the people wanted to see. The people wanted to see, was Kennedy Carter going to go after Caitlin Clark? Was Caitlin Clark going to dominate? And it was one of those weird games where Caitlin Clark had 13 assists. The second time they played, the Fever won comfortably. It was the third time they played, where Angel Reese just took over in the fourth quarter. And then everyone was like, oh, Angel Reese is Rookie of the Year. And I was like, well, they've played 3 times in like 3 weeks. The Fever have won twice. Caitlin Clark, in the game they lost, set the all-time assist record for her franchise. It was literally just that Christy Sides decided when they were up 15 that she wanted to dribble out the game. That she didn't trust Caitlin Clark late in the game and decided she wanted Erica Wheeler to dribble out the clock. But that was a coaching disaster class, and then they had a chance to win the game, and it ended up being a Leah Boston jump shot who bricked, or Christy Wallace missed an open layup, and Christy Wallace missed an open layup, and Leah Boston missed an open jump shot, and then their last play they drew up a Alyssa Smith tip in for no reason. But yeah, it is. This one is the most interested I've been for a Fever game in a while. This is the most interested I've been for a Fever game in a long time, because this is well and truly a grudge match. Because let's be real, this is a team in the Golden State Valkyries who play not too dissimilar to the Thunder, with the logic of, we are going to hack the shit out of you and the refs are going to stop calling it. The last game, the refs did not call it. In the first half, they called nothing. And the second half, I would say they gave probably a even, if not fair whistle. Like a fair whistle, but started calling it for the Fever, and the Valks weren't happy. And the thing is they go out from minute one. From minute one. Like they were aggressive. They were super duper like big, tough. They play bigger than they are. Kia Stokes is a great addition. Like Kia Stokes, has been a fantastic addition. Like to like this team. Even though I didn't think Kia Stokes was any good in Vegas, especially towards the end, I think she's been a massive addition to this team in the last couple of years, or say in the last couple of weeks. But yeah, all around it's a really interesting one to see what ends up happening between these two teams, because these are two teams that don't like each other. It's very simple. These two teams don't like each other. Like there could be a little bit of a brawl. These are absolutely like these are this is one of the best offensive teams versus one of the best defensive teams. And look, if I'm predicting this game, I don't know if the Fever have it in them to beat the Valks twice in a row. I actually don't think they have it in them to beat the Valks twice in a row. I thought the Valks were going to win the last day. The Fever kind of had them. The Fever had them. Once the first half was a bit iffy. Steph White's first half rotations are incredibly questionable. So there's a chance the Fever dig themselves a massive hole early. Like the way she rotates early in the game is very questionable. Like Caitlin Clark getting subbed off in the first 4 minutes of every game is a very weird rotation. At least now it's Raven instead of Ty Harris. But some very questionable rotations from Stephanie White. I will be the first to say that. But if this game's close down the stretch, like I trust Indy a lot in close games. I don't know why. I trust Indy in close games. I feel like you got three players that are going to make something happen. And when it comes to Golden State, outside of Tip Hayes, I don't trust them to have anyone. Like the Indiana Fever weathered the storm of the best game of Caitlin Chen's life and won. I understand Burton's going to be better. I understand Gabby Williams is going to be better today. But like, this is going to be a game. I don't think, again, I think these are teams that they match up 3 times. The Fever win the series 2-1. It's a good one. These are teams that match up really tough to each other because the Valks are a very good team as far as guard defending goes. They're an exceptionally good guard defensive team. The Fever have the most dynamic scoring guard duo in the league by a long shot. And on top of that, you've then got the Valks, who are a poor offensive team, who at all times will have one person on the floor who can't shoot, but they work their fucking asses off. And they've always have been under Nakase, as they've always played greater than the sum of their parts. So this is going to be a hell of a game, and I can't wait to watch it. And it's at 3 a.m. my time. I will be awake at 3 a.m. my time. That's how interested. Like wide awake to watch this game. It's annoying. This is the last 3 a.m. game, so my proper office, like I can't be super duper loud late at night because there's like I'm not the only person living in this house, and there's a house attached to me on this side, so I'm like I can't really, like I'm not on a direct wall, but I'm like I can't be too loud. But I'm so glad that my office is going to be ready soon enough. Like it's currently about to be finished being built, which is huge. Very, very glad for that the office is about to be fully finished. And then I think I should have my office sorted, not by Saturday's game. Obviously, they play the Portland Fire on Saturday. I won't be sorted by Saturday's game, but it should be sorted by the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark matchup, which would be insane, absolutely insane. Anyway, yeah, that's the video. See you guys.